We heard from a former educator, friend of mine out on the coast, and we heard from Donald. So let's hear from you. Remember, we are talking about gun control. We are talking about background checks. We are talking about keeping guns out of the hands of those who shouldn't have them, the mentally challenged.
Or the criminals. You know, the bad guys, as they call them. Keep those guns away from them. Because these senseless killings, they make no sense. You know,
That's why they call it senseless, Felix.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know.
We need phone calls. We're not. We got two of them. We're getting spoiled. Now we want a third call.
I know. The problem is, last few shows, we've had callers that monopolize most of our time, and we are not complaining about that. We are very thankful. But it just shows you how difficult it is to keep an audience occupied for 45 minutes.
As I say, we're here for you, and you are here for us. You make the show fun for us.
I think right now Felix is trying to balance himself on a big round ball, much like one of the animals in the zoo. I hope he doesn't fall, but he's doing a pretty good job.
Why, thank you, Mark.
Of course, here I am cracking the whip.
Oh, yeah. You know, we were thinking of starting the show today with some gunshots, just to startle you guys when you first turned on the show. But unfortunately, we didn't have the time to set it up.
You know, Felix, if you want to hear gunshots, next time you go to BJ's, do you, by the way, gas up at BJ's at all?
No.
Next time, gas up at BJ's, because right over there they have a firing range, and you can hear the pop, pop, pop of those guns going all the time.
Really?
That's basically where I think Freeport Police Department and other members of Nassau County Police Department go shooting and practice, along with ordinary people who have a permit for their weapon. Yes, but you could hear the pop, 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 and I have to tell you, it's frightening. And I know that there are people out there who possibly in their own neighborhood hear this all the time.
You know, many years ago, when I was quite young, maybe about 11 years old, I remember I was living in a tough neighborhood in Brooklyn then, and walking into a local grocery store.
Yeah, bodega.
A bodega. And there's two guys there throwing a grenade at each other. It's a game. And these were some gang members, and they were teasing the store owner. You know, I didn't stay in that store. And that's just one of the things, you know, there's people that shouldn't have weapons.
They don't take it seriously.
I was once robbed by gunpoint, by having a gun put to the back of my head. It's scary. And I was only 17 at the time. And it left an impression. I don't like guns.
I remember an uncle and aunt of mine living out on Long Island woke up in the middle of the night to have a gun pointed at their face. Somebody just wanted whatever jewelry they had and money. You know, first of all, the invasion of privacy in your own home, okay, it's been compared to, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, it feels like you're being raped almost in your own home. You know, that somebody has the ability to come into your house, point the gun at you, and demand certain things.
Well, I don't know, you know, that's true. It's you're being, your privacy.
You're being defiled. You're being defiled.
Yeah, you're being violated. And it's a horrible feeling.
And carrying a gun, as Wayne LaPierre would say, is not the answer. That is not the answer for you. Because as police statistics will show, more people get shot trying to defend themselves with a legal weapon that they have in their drawer, okay, by a perpetrator, because now they are arming themselves. And, if the guy gets caught, he says, well, he pulled a gun on me. You stand a better chance of just giving them whatever they want. Don't try to protect yourself with a gun because it's not going to help you.
Well, there's a good chance you're going to get shot. It's a better chance of you not getting shot if you just give him whatever he wants. Because I don't think, majority of people who are doing the robbing are not interested in killing you. They're interested in whatever you possess.
Material things can be replaced. You can't replace a life.
You can't replace a leg or an arm or an eye. Get shot, you can spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair.
And not wanting to poke fun at something, Felix, but just imagine if you don't have hospitalization and you wind up in the hospital because of a robbery. It just brings up the question of universal health care, ladies and gentlemen. That seems to be the talk of the town, okay? I know that you're not happy with affordable health care. Many people aren't. Maybe the president should have been a little more honest about it. He might not even have known. Who knows? I know that now he's admitting to the fact that if you purchase insurance, okay, your own plan, okay, you will probably lose out under Obamacare. But as with the other 95% of the people, if you're covered in a group plan, chances are you won't suffer that much.
Now, that's a fallacy. Just about every group plan also has to be changed. The insurance companies are not even offering the regular plans. A lot of them are just canceling the regular plans. Okay, I have another call. Hi, you're on the air. Welcome to Trucking to Heaven. This is Felix and Mark, and how can we help you?
Felix, Mark, hello, it's Dan Coleman.
Hey, Dan, and how are you tonight?
Good.
Good. So, for those that don't know, Dan is a co-worker of ours and an avid listener of our show.
And he called in many times.
Not
lately, but...
What's that?
What's the hot topic tonight, guys?
The hot topic tonight is gun control.
All right, well, you guys start. You tell me how you guys feel about it.
Well, I'll tell you. I was telling Mark before, it's not guns that kill, it's not people that kill, but it's the bullets. Get rid of all the bullets, we wouldn't have a problem. But that's not a very serious solution.
I know.
We need to do is...
Do you guys think everyone should walk around with a gun and that'll be better for everybody?
No.
Well, you know what the sad thing is? That as we read the papers, in various states, you can strap on a gun just the way they did in the Old West. Down in Florida, it's very common.
This gun control issue is a really big issue because, if the school teacher was carrying a gun, we wouldn't have had that problem in Connecticut. It's hard to say. I'm not sure where I even stand on it because I think, to me, maybe everyone should carry a gun, but I just, if someone carried a gun at school that day, that wouldn't have happened in Connecticut.
Well, we don't know for sure. He may have gotten shot also. And more bullets being sprayed around, more people are getting killed.
Well, don't forget Wayne LaPierre's answer to the Connecticut shootings was that you should arm the teachers.
Right.
Okay,
that's weird. I know that's a weird one. That's a weird one.
Well, that's Wayne LaPierre.
Yeah, well, arm the teachers, and then you know what? Teachers are not going to be good shots, and they're going to wind up hitting some of the students as they're trying to shoot the kill.
I agree. I'm not trying to laugh about it, but I agree. Right. Some teachers who don't use it are going to shoot a kid instead of the person. I
mean, you're not going to you're not going to train every one of the teachers to become a marksman.
Well, look,
And
what I do know is, gentlemen, what I do know is guns are not going to go away in our lifetimes.
It's unfortunate. We all agree to that. I mean, the guns are here to stay.
So
They're
what
here
we
to
have to do is,
stay.
yeah. So what we have to do is just keep it away from try to find out how to keep it away from the mentally handicapped, the
malcontents, the criminals.
See, the problem with the guns too is, believe it or not, guys, is about economics too. But I do military shipping, and if they don't get these these contracts, we all suffer. People lose jobs and everything, so we have to keep building guns and tanks and trucks, everything else.
That is a big, send them all overseas to the Arabs so they can kill each other.
You know the problem is the Second Amendment. If you ever really look at it, they always say right to bear arms, but it's more than that. It doesn't really. I mean, that's what everyone hears, bear arms. But if you really read the Second Amendment, it's about a revolution coming or something. It's not about just right to bear arms. Yeah, you have that. You have the right to bear arms, but it doesn't mean you can ever walk around with a gun.
No, because back when it was written, okay, everybody was a member of a standing militia. Everybody had to be prepared, whether it was an Indian attack back in the day, okay, or they were conscripting people against the British during the Revolutionary War. So everyone had to have a weapon, okay?
Right.
But today, when we have, as I said, today when we have our militia is now the National Guard or the police force. It's not mandatory that you have a weapon in your home.
Besides,
look, my father, we have a couple of just old hand-me-down guns, but we don't. It's not loaded or anything, but I don't know why. I yell at my father all the time why not to load it, but he doesn't believe in that stuff. But the Second Amendment, people have to really realize what it really says. The Second Amendment. It's not about right to bear arms, but not for shoot people on the street like what happened down in Florida. It wasn't about that. For militias and everything else, like you're saying, Mark.
Listen, I don't. Plus, people hunt, and it's a sport. I don't like the sport too much because I don't believe in killing just for the fun of it or just for the sport of it, of any animal. But people do enjoy it. It does not harm other human beings, and it does at times. It's good for the ecology.
Well, they say that, for the sportsman, Felix, he will argue that if he wasn't allowed to kill geese or ducks or deer, that these animals would starve in the winter because there isn't enough food.
No, I said for they say they do it for ecological reasons, and that's okay, I guess. And I know some hunters who hunt for deer and they hunt for bear, and then they actually do eat them. But people going to Africa and killing...
just so they can mount their head on their wall, Yeah,
how would you like it if...
I don't like the NRA because if you read the Constitution, I mean, it's the Second Amendment. I hate the NRA when they say that right to bear arms. It's not really what it says. It says a well-regulated militia being necessary to security of a free state. The right of people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. But that's not what is happening. That's not what's happening. Florida.
No, you're right. But listen.
Arms. They're right to have guns, but not to do what people are doing.
Yeah, they're not made, as you said, they're there because to protect the country.
People will interpret it any way they would like. Unfortunately, that's what's happening.
Right. Let's stop for a second. Something else is on my mind. Obama, with what just happened with the health insurance, Obamacare, so many people lost their health insurance.
Well, a lot of people are going to get hurt because of Obamacare.
I think he has good intentions, but it really looks like a flop right now. What happened?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, we'll have to give it a couple of months, see if they could roll it out on time.